Hello, 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 beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am the Pink Lady, and today we are here to talk about self-care. Yes, I hope you guys are getting these good vibes I'm sending your way. Hello, Disha Beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, so I'm gonna put this sage down while I talk to y'all for a little bit, and I'm gonna spark up while I talk to y'all for a little bit, and then I'm actually gonna turn down this music so y'all can hear me, and then we're gonna keep going. Okay, so basically what I am here to do today is I got some new decks. I got a crystal deck, and I also got the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Powell, and I was actually very inspired to do this reading because what I'm actually doing is I am sharing my personal pull for you guys. Hello, beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello, Kenara. Hello, beautiful. Hello, Carter. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. But basically what I'm here to talk about, you guys, is I want to talk about self-care. And the reason why is because I feel like I think that I engage in self-care. I think that I take care of myself. You know, I think that I do a pretty good job. But I am not as consistent and dedicated as I could be, okay? And there's a Capricorn full moon coming up on July 4th, 5th, depending on where you're at. And Capricorns are all about habit. Capricorn is the go energy, and the reason why they are known for that energy is because they will work and work and work and work at something until they get that shit. Literally one of the hardest working people I know, Trinity, she's a Capricorn, okay? So one of my best friends, she has a Cap moon. Sydney, yes, Capricorn energy is going to get it because they're going to work at it every day. And I wanted to look at just areas in my life where I can improve in self-care and just look at some actual activities that I can do and can incorporate in my everyday routine to help actually benefit me, especially during this time. So I actually did a personal spread, and all of the cards I'm about to share with you guys are cards that I pulled personally for me. But I am actually going to turn my personal spread into a pick a card. So what I'm going to do for everybody who's watching, whether you're watching live or okay, Mercury's in retrograde, so bear with me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on my YouTube channel or my IGTV, which if you want to, I really suggest you watch this video right now, but it will be posted on my page as well as my YouTube channel with all of the timestamps and all of like that. But everybody who's watching right now, y'all are getting the tea before everybody else does. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really love each and every single one of you guys, and I wish nothing but blessings, love, and light over the rest of your motherfucking day, period. Okay, so with that being said, I am going to show you guys the 5 different decks or piles that you can choose from. So basically what this is going to be is I want you guys watching to pick which one of these cards you resonate with the most. And you can pick as many as you want because, like I said, this was a personal reading, so I have been engaging in all 5 of these self-care activities, but I wanted to break it down for people who just wanted to incorporate just like one self-care routine into their life, because I think it's important to be intentional with how we show love to ourselves. Hello, Nikayla, thank you so much for tuning in. And so basically that is what I'm doing. So I'm gonna show y'all these piles after I spike this, if it can light, and then we're gonna go into it. So I will have the timestamps posted when this video posts, but for everybody watching, I suggest you just watch whatever groups you can watch, as well as in conjunction. Okay, hello Divine, thank you so much for tuning in, but in conjunction with the things you choose. Okay, so let's get into it. So this is group 1, like I said, group 3, Sunstone. Okay. We have group 4 is Tibetan Black Quartz. Okay, Tibetan Black Quartz. This motherfucker went out. And then the last but not least, we have Shiva Lingam. The 5th group is Shiva Lingam. So I'm going to go over it one more time, and then we're going to jump into group number 1. Group number 1 is clear quartz. Okay. Group number 2 is green calcite. Okay. Group number 3 is Sunstone. Group number 4 is Tibetan Black Quartz, and group number 5 is Shiva Lingam. So choose your group, and if you are watching this as a playback, then go into the description for the timestamps below. And if you are watching this live, baby, stay tuned and stick with me for your group. And we're gonna jump right into group numero uno, baby. Let's talk about quartz. Okay. So what it is among the most abundant minerals on the planet. Clear quartz is everywhere. Hello, Samir. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so clear quartz is everywhere, but it is far from basic, honey. Far from basic. A master manifestor, quartz is programmable, so give it a job to do and get busy. I am even talking to you guys through a device that uses quartz technology. There's literally quartz in my iPhone. So let's talk about it. Quartz is very beautiful, and I actually have a clear quartz with me, and she's clear, honey. Can you see me? Because I can see you. All right. So who needs this? It says rock hounds. It says quartz intensifies the power of all of the stones in your crystal collection, and Geminis need this. And I'm a Gemini moon, so I really needed to get some clear quartz. And yeah, so God bless. Okay, so what to do, where to put it, you know, how to use it. It says to put it between your brows during meditation. So if you have some clear quartz and you meditated, honey, use it. Group number 1. All right. And the time to use it is when you find yourself believing in the limitations your mind puts in front of you. Call on quartz to help you see through the illusions, clear the mind of self-doubt, and surrender the will of the universe and start manifesting the impossible. The clear quartz is all about enhancing your vision. Beautiful, beautiful people. So let's look and see how our vision is being enhanced by clear quartz. Okay, so like I said, we are talking about love, self-care, and just activities that we can actually engage in on a day-to-day basis to improve the way that we show love to ourselves. And group number 1, the card that you got from the self-care deck is movement, and I love this card. First of all, it reminds me a lot of clear quartz, because you know how I was talking about how it's programmable and it's far from basic. The thing about clear quartz is if you're actually looking to purchase a crystal, I suggest purchasing clear quartz, because you can program it to be whatever crystal you want it to be, to serve whatever job you want it to be. And as she has the rainbow emitting off of her, excuse me guys, as she has the rainbow emitting off of her, you can see that she is actually the universe. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to read you guys from the book, and then we're going to jump into the clarification cards. And it's not a lot, this is going to be a really quick reading, but I just wanted to, like I said, share this message with you guys, because I felt called to do so. Hello, the Light Doc. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, so we're talking about movement. So I feel like the people who picked this group, or if you're watching right now, if you tuned in, I feel like everything happens for a reason. So, you know, you might have a message here. But I definitely feel like you guys should be focusing on some form of physical activity. I feel like yoga, I feel like working out. Let me tell y'all something. Okay, I have literally been waking up every day at like 6 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, before the sun comes up, and I've literally been going running. First of all, if anybody who really knows me heard that shit, they would be floored, because 1, I'm not a morning person. 2, I'm not a really like physical activity person, but now I'm both of them. So what's up? Because I have really been finding the beauty in movement. Hello, beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. And the thing that I love about exercise is I really feel like it tests the way that I engage with the limitations that I set on me, or that has been set upon me, or whatever. Because when it comes to working out, you know, your mind will tell you, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't go one more mile, you can't go one more block, you can't lift that one more time, you can't, stop. Your mind will literally place limitations on your body. But the thing is that you literally can run that next block, you can do that one extra push, you literally can. Your body is sending messages to your mind saying, hey, this is uncomfortable, you've never done this movement before. But that is just a threshold. And I'm not saying to push yourself over the brink of like your threshold to where you're absolutely uncomfortable, but I think the beauty about movement, and I think why you guys watching this should try to incorporate some form of movement into your self-care routines, some form of physical, you know, touching your body or something. Like, give me some movement, move that body, you know, get to know, get grounded, get to know her. Hello, beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. But I definitely think a movement really helps you take a look at the limitations you place on yourself, because what the fuck, like, my body is powerful and it can do whatever the fuck I want, and our body is also the energy that we use and we can tap into readily at any moment, because this is our greatest tool. My body, like, I wake up and use this motherfucker every day. So I think movement is all about really getting grounded in the fact that the power of your body. And I feel like any physical fitness, any physical activities that you guys engage in will definitely help you to enhance your vision and find some form of clarity, because I feel like this group is looking for clarity, or you're just looking to gain more clarity in your life. So these cards come with journal prompts, and the journal prompt for this is: what movement practice would I like to try but find excuses not to pursue? How would working through these blocks and moving more freely make you feel? Okay, so I think it's definitely good to take a look at that. And I definitely feel like you can diversify your movement practices. It doesn't have to be like actual physical fitness. I have literally been on YouTube looking at belly dancing classes, honey, because when the streets is open, these hips don't lie. Okay, stop. I'm ready. Where we at? Where we at? Hey, mommy, thank you so much for joining. So the two clarification cards for this group, we're talking about movement and we're talking about how it can provide you clarity. All right, and the two cards that came out and I love is the High Priestess and the Three of Swords. The High Priestess and the Three of Swords. Now the thing about the High Priestess is she knows all, she sees all, she understands all, because she is basically the gatekeeper of all knowledge. You know what I'm saying? She understands the subconscious, and that is why she's the High Priestess. Okay, she understands how to work with the magic of the world, the personal magic, and she understands balance. Okay, both light and dark. Okay, period. Ooh. Okay, so and with the Three of Swords, right? The deck is so pretty. And with the Three of Swords, I feel like the Three of Swords, I know for a fact that the Three of Swords is really, it addresses some really heavy feelings of heartbreak, feelings of depression, feelings of sadness, being very hurt by people, by places, by situations, by things. And with the High Priestess sitting here, the High Priestess is looking dead at the Three of Swords, like, And it reminds me, what I see in my head is like that part, you know, when you're reading the book and it's that part where everything is going to shit. Like, literally everything is going to shit. If you were actually in the book, you would think, well, fuck it, it's over. It's over. All the cards are on the table. No one's coming for me. No one's here to save me. I don't know how to save myself. I don't know how this story is going to keep on going, but it does. There's so much more book after the climax most of the time. Or I don't even want to say the climax, but there's so much more story after the pain. And I feel like that is why the High Priestess is here. I feel like this movement, since we were talking about limitations and really feeling grounded in your body and using your body, a lot of people in this group may also be feeling some Mercury retrograde. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, so, but people in this group may be feeling some type of way about their body. If you're having any body like image issues or anything, that first of all, you're bomb as fuck. I'm telling that to you right now, you're bomb as fuck. And I feel like the more that you move, the more that you're going to feel grounded in your body, and I feel like start to release some of this stagnancy that may be in your life regarding some of the ways in which you were hurt in the past, because that is what the Three of Swords is all about. It's literally about heartbreak. But I feel like this movement is going to help you find clarity, because we're talking about clear quartz, clarity on why these things occur, why these things happen, and how they actually are a part of your story, how you don't have to look at them as negative endings, how they can really be gateways for transformation. And looking at this card right here, she is emitting all colors because she is the universe. She accepts all and rejects none because she understands the beauty in the journey. So I think it's all about, period, bomb as fuck. Okay, so I think it's just all about really understanding that any area of in your life, and this could be in the last 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, 3 decades, I don't know, you tell me down below, but I definitely feel like this has to do more mental energy. So I feel like also moving your body is going to help you find the clarity that you need, because it's going to help you get Stop being trapped in your head, trapped in your thoughts, and get into the story of your life. Get grounded in your truth. And that is why I think you guys should prioritize some movement for your self-care routine, group number 1. And with that being said, let's move right motherfucking in to group number 2. And group number 2 is that green stone, honey. We're talking about the green calcite. I'm so sorry if you guys are hearing anything in the background, okay? I am outside, but I know we're here, so we're here. So we're talking about green calcite. So this is for group number 2. So it says, what green calcite is the emo, honest to a fault, believes in storybook endings tree hugger of the calcite family, okay? So who needs this? Anyone who finds themselves lost in the forest of a doubt without a map, and Libras. So this is for all my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, North Node. I don't know. Tell me down below. Okay, mental energy. I'm definitely seeing that. It's for you guys. It's for people who can be maybe a little bit indecisive or having trouble right now being decisive. So it says where to put it. Against your chest when making important decisions regarding how you want to spend the finite and precious time we have on this earth. Because look, y'all, this life is too motherfucking short to be, confused about what you want to do, to be confusing yourself, Okay, so when to use it. It says when your heart is asking for something, but you aren't listening, okay? The heart wants what it wants. The mind wants what it thinks the heart should want. Hello, beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. So like I said, listen here. This card, I'm going to read the sentence again because I need to hear it, okay? So it says this is for when your heart is asking for something, but you are not listening. Hey, Barig, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, so like I said, this is for all my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Ascendant, all of that. I see all my Libras in the comment. Libra Rising, Libra Venus, hello. So the heart wants what it wants, okay? The heart wants what it wants. The mind wants what it thinks the heart should want, and that is the motherfucking difference, okay? Call on the energy of the green calcite to nudge that push and pull in the heart's favor, okay? The green calcite is all about living out your heart's desires. So I feel like something that you guys can incorporate, I'm putting against my heart real quick, something that you guys can incorporate in your daily routine is just letting your heart lead the way more than your logical mind, because at the end of the day, your heart is actually a non-biased form of like processing the information around you. So you can trust your heart. Group number 2, I feel like you guys may be struggling even with trusting your heart, but understand that your heart will not lead you wrong, even if it has, even if you feel like it has led you down some paths in the past that have not been that comfortable. Understand that your heart is not looking for you to be comfortable. It's looking for you to learn. It's looking for you to grow, and it's looking for you to love, okay? And speaking of love, alrighty, we're going to talk about the self-care act that you can incorporate into your routine, and it is to ground your motherfucking self, okay? Stop being so damn flighty and indecisive. Let's get grounded. So what I love about this is, like I was talking to you about earlier, we were talking about the green calcite and living out your heart's desires and all of that. And then look at her shirt. Look at her shirt. And look at where the roots are coming from. They're coming from her heart. So the reason why we need to get grounded, and the reason why the heart, the green calcite card came out with it, is because our heart is something that grounds us to our truth. It grounds us to the world around us. It grounds us to our family. It grounds us to our future. And so with that being said, I think it's very important. Now I'm going to read you guys the mantra for this card. The mantra for this card is I am grounded, stable, and strong. I am grounded, stable, and strong. Okay? I am grounded, stable, and strong. Are you grounded and stable and strong? Yes, you are. Okay, because you picked this group, because you're watching. Okay, so basically, the journal prompt for this is, how do you feel after taking time to connect with the earth physically and through a visualization meditation? So how do you guys feel when you guys connect with the earth? I definitely feel like with getting grounded, one thing that you can incorporate into your daily routine is meditation. If it's not meditation, grounding techniques. Get outside on the motherfucking earth with the bare feet okay? And touch Mama Gaia, okay? Touch her. Get intimate with the earth that we all are provided life from. Like, the earth does so much for us, okay? I love this. It says to ground yourself, sit or walk barefoot on the ground, meditate on the sensation of connecting with the earth. Close your eyes and visualize your body growing roots into the ground, okay? Visualize the roots going deep all the way to the center of the planet. Picture yourself drawing in the energy from the earth's core and using it to nourish your mind, body, and spirit, okay? When you open your eyes, allow yourself to feel calm, centered, and connected, okay? Another way that you can ground yourself is eating root vegetables, gardening, and shaping things with clay. So anybody that's trying to do some pottery, honey, I like ceramics. What's up? Okay, so basically the whole point of this getting grounded card is basically to do something, to find an activity that makes you feel fully present in your body and appreciative of the connection that you have with the earth, honey child. And the clarification cards that you guys got is the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice card, once again Libra, so hello my Libras, I know y'all are watching, and the King of Pentacles. Yes, the King of Pentacles is my favorite king, okay? He always be so fun. I'm like, okay, this is not about me, this is about us. Okay, so basically with these three cards clarifying the overall message of grounding yourself, what I find so beautiful about this is that we are talking about earth energy. We literally have the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles sitting on opposite sides of the Justice card. So I feel like the two things that we may be balancing or trying to balance right now is deciding to invest in something new or to continue to invest in yourself. This investing in something new though could be definitely something prosperous, but that's just something, that's one thing that I'm getting. But overall, since this is a general message, I feel like when these two cards first came out, the Justice card and the Ace of Pentacles, they were in reverse, but I don't like to read reversals, but I keep them in mind. So I feel like just investing in ourselves could also be something that we are struggling with, because if you look, the King of Pentacles has like an acorn coin in his hands, okay? But the Ace of Pentacles, the little fairy, she has a motherfucking acorn tree coin in her hand. She also is laying or floating on top of the bed of coin. So I definitely feel like group number 2, you guys can definitely be focused on just like really investing in yourself or trying to get your money up, okay? So you can read up, I don't know. So with that being said, I feel like the best way to make more money, to get into the frequency of money, is to understand that money is really just value. Money is the way that we represent worth and value. So I think we need to tap into this earth energy, and the best way to tap into earth energy is to connect with the earth, take care of the earth, okay? How do you connect with earth energy? Because earth energy is abundant. I'm outside, I'm looking around, I see trees, I see animals, I see greenery. The color green is so beautiful. Okay, look, I got plants sitting right next to me thanks to my mommy. But listen, maybe you need a plant. Get a plant, okay? But I feel like you guys could be very in your head trying to make a decision about which way to go, what you should do, which way is right, which way is up, which way is down. And Spirit is telling you not the point. The point is that there's no need for you to make to feel rushed to make a choice right now. What you should be rushing to do is investing in yourself, because you are the King of Pentacles, or you have a King of Pentacles who has their eye on you. Either way, they like their energy matched, you feel me? So we need to be in the Pinnacle energy. But with that being said, I really feel like there is a huge emphasis on really investing in yourself, investing in your heart, and understanding the things that you put out, because it looks like she's being awarded. Like I said, she has a special coin. She got that exotic coin, okay? So I also feel like this group has a lot to offer to the world, and they actually have a lot to offer to the world that is going to make them money. Physical, tangible things. We're talking about pinnacle energy. These are things that we can touch, taste, smell, see, hear, okay? So I feel like everyone might be working on some form of project, maybe working on releasing or offering or showing this project to people. And I feel like it is going to happen. A good time to think about it may be Libra season or something like that, or like something to do with Libra, because this shit is popping up so damn much. But I also feel like there's an emphasis on just not rushing to feel like you have to make a decision, because both decisions are one and the same. We're both working with Pinnacle energy. So either way, and if you can see here, there's a balance between, if this looks like summer and winter, like spring and winter, something like that. So maybe the season in between there, which would be fall, which would be Libra season, that might be important to you guys. But overall, let me see if I'm picking up anything else. Yeah, just focus on your heart chakra, because there's a lot of green here. Focus on just making sure your heart is leading the way, because I feel like as long as your heart is leading the way and you're living out your heart's desires, you will never go wrong. I feel like when you start to get in your head and psych yourself out and make decisions based purely off of logic, that's when you may start to fall into some pitfalls, because you're not following your heart. And I feel like this time right now is all about following your heart, because you are grounded by your heart. Okay? Don't ever let anyone or anything make you feel foolish for listening to it. All right? So thank you so much. Group number 2. Now we're gonna roll on to group number 3. We're talking about Sunstone. Sunstone. I love this. It's so pretty. Okay. So Sunstone emanates feel-good vibes of warmth and radiance. Alrighty. The stone's orange and red sparkling light effect, aka spangling, aka adventure sense, is the result of copper inclusions of reflecting light from within. Okay, who needs this? Fellas, hello Trinity, thank you so much. Yes, listen, Sunstone. Okay, so who needs this? Fellas looking to operate on a higher plane. The vitamin D deprived, okay? Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. The vitamin D deprived, all solar powered human beings, okay? So especially with us being in quarantine, I feel like we could need some sunstone in our life. So if you guys are actually interested in buying crystals or anything like that, like look into some sunstone. Okay, so where to put it? Anywhere you're looking for a boost of stamina. First thought, the gym bro, sure. When to use it? Whenever it's time to get busy, or when your disposition needs a little sunning up. This card is all about taking back your shine. I'm reclaiming my time and taking back my shine. Okay, that is what this sunstone is all about, honey child. And speaking of this, I feel like anybody who picked this group, or anybody who is watching right now, because I believe in everything happens for a reason, okay, I think that you could be a little bit in your head, because it was talking about needing to cheer up your disposition. So I feel like you could be looking around your world and seeing a lot of the negatives, and I feel like sunstone, or this time in your life, or the self-care ritual that we're going to talk about, that you can implement into your life, is going to help you start to see how you don't need to look for external things to like lighten your life up, because you are the sun. You emanate your own light, and it's all about taking back your own shine and recognizing who the fuck you really are. Okay, group number 3, so let's talk. The self-care oracle card that you got is family. Okay, card number 23, family. 23 is my favorite number, okay? But I feel like if you guys are watching this, there could just be a lot going on within your family, whether this be your soul family, whether this be your blood family, whether this be your friends, whether this be, you know, your significant other and the family that you're trying to start with them. But I definitely feel like this has a lot to do with familiar stuff, family ties and all that jazz. Okay, so I'm going to read the mantra for this, and then we're going to get into the bulk of the reading. All right, so the mantra for this is, I share unconditional love and receive it in return. I share unconditional love and receive it in return. Honey, this is something I have been working on, because I share unconditional love and receive it in return. I'm going to read this card because something is telling me to read this for y'all. Alrighty? So the journal prompt for this is, what problem areas, if any, remain unresolved with your family? Okay, how do you think resolving any outstanding issues would impact your life? Okay, so it says, peaceful relations with your family, whether biological, adoptive, or chosen, are incredibly important. Families can offer a sense of unconditional love and be there for you in times of need. You're being called to tune into the energy of unconditional love. So I feel like group number 3, you guys are being called to tune into the frequency of unconditional love, is because that is what God is blessing you with during this time. That is what the universe, that is what the divine, that is what whoever you believe in is blessing you with during this time. And the reason why unconditional love is so important is because that is the power source. That's the power source. That's the power source that absolutely no one can deny or take away from you. It is powerful. Love is powerful. So I feel like the reason why this card came up is with our families is we store a lot of generational stuff and baggage in the way that we love our family, because those are the first examples of love that we witness as children. Okay? So it says, many of us store unresolved family traumas. As time passes, we evolve our perspective and can find forgiveness in our hearts. Ooh, I have been working on forgiveness, and God bless. God bless. Group number 3, I feel like that is something we all need to work on, okay? It says, we eventually realize that our families have always done the best that they could with the resources and level of emotional development and knowledge that they've had at the time. Tap into your divine motherly nature. Tap into your divine motherly nature. So I also feel like if anyone wants me to do a video about reparenting or remothering or anything like that, I think that's important, because at the end of the day, if you feel like you did not have a positive role model as far as a mother or father or parental figures, then be the parent that you know you need. Parent yourself. Ooh, the tea. All right. So it says, tap in. All right. Look for opportunities to heal any old wounds with family members and find ways to connect with them, whether it's through a phone call, sharing a meal, or planning a visit. If connecting directly is not possible, try finding peace through meditation and by setting the intention to transform any negativity into feelings of love. And also, one thing that I'm getting, if there's anybody in your life, in your family, that has passed away, meditate on them, talk to them. They are here to give you love as well. And I also feel like they could be here to give you blessings, or to give you guidance, or to help you figure out any trauma in your life that you may be experiencing with your family right now. Hold on, guys. I just noticed that my candle was not lit, so I'm going to relight the candle and then we're going to keep going, because I always need a white light while I talk. You feel me? Okay. And don't let nothing stop my shine. Alrighty, so let's talk about the 3 cards that are clarifying this. So the cards that are clarifying family, the family card is the Ace of Swords. So this could be for my Aquariuses, my Libras, or my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. I don't know. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Now the Wheel of Fortune represents Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio. Okay, and it also represents the 4 seasons. And then last but not least, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So this could be Capricorn energy. Okay, so I'm trying to hold up these cards so you guys can see. Yes, Taurus. All right, so I feel like the Ace of Swords is here because there is a new perspective being born right now. And the reason why is, especially with this family card, I feel like a lot of us being at home in quarantine are coming to just a lot of different realizations about our family, and a lot of realizations about our home, and about the connections that we keep and the connections that we've grown up with. Okay, and with that being said, I feel like with the Ace of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 5 of Pentacles being here clarifying the family card, we are talking about how we deal with the cycles, whether it be generational or within our lifetime, that occur in our families. I think that is very important to really take a look and dissect. I also encourage anyone who is a part of this group to start journaling, because the Ace of Swords is here, and the Ace of Swords is all about a new perspective. Do you know how much energy it really takes to change your mind about something, to form a new perspective, a new thought pattern about something? And I think that you guys definitely can understand that because it's here, but I think there needs to be a concrete way of addressing it, because I feel like you guys could be feeling like luck isn't on your side or things don't turn out the way they're supposed to, because luck is what represents the wheel of fortune. It represents the idea that there are 4 seasons that occur, and then there is a reason why they occur. That's why the pinnacle is in the middle, because you have the 4 points, and then you have the point at the top that represents the connection to the divine and why it happens, and that is because of balance. The reason why we have 4 seasons is because that is what we need to keep things in constant harmony. There needs to be a death and rebirth cycle to things. There needs to be a dry season. There needs to be a season where it only rains. There needs to be a season where the sun is only shining. There needs to be a season where everything falls off and dies and starts anew. There's a reason and a purpose for everything. Okay, and I feel like you guys could be looking at, especially when it comes to your family, I feel like you could be looking like, I'm just by myself. I'm here by myself. I gotta do everything by my fucking self, and I've always been alone. I've always been left alone, and I have never been equipped with the necessary tools that I need to be successful from my family. Because the 5 of Pentacles is feeling like being left out in the cold, being abandoned, being alone. That's what this is about. Okay, but the 5 of Pentacles always leads to the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles is ultimate fulfillment and purpose shared with another person in regards of money, material values. Okay, so the 5 of Pentacles, the idea of isolation, is necessary in your personal journey, because it really does teach you how to be and function autonomously. But I feel like right now is a time to understand that although you can do it by yourself, you do not have to. You do not have to. Even if you feel like you cannot do it with your blood family, there are people out there who love and respect and appreciate you, who can help and work with you. You do not have to be alone unless you want to be, because there is a season to everything. There is a cycle to everything. So if you continue to swear up and down that your life is only winter, then that is what it will be. Even if it's bright as fuck outside. If you want to stay huddled up underneath this mushroom crying about the rain and the storm, you can do so. Spirit will let you do whatever you want. But I think right now, connecting with your family, whether alive or journaling about your family, really healing any familiar trauma, can be very helpful right now. And even if there's one person in your family, like I said, this does not have to be blood family. I'm talking about soul family, soul tribe, your friends, whatever. I really feel like connecting with people that you feel like you love and you trust is very important right now. You are not alone. You do not have to be alone. Reach out to the people that you know, that you love, and that love you back. Okay? I think that is going to be very important in helping you do what? Take back your shine. Because you're going to realize, damn, there's beauty everywhere. I am supported, and I definitely don't have to do this alone. Because first of all, how dare you? You wasn't even born into this world alone. We do nothing by ourselves. Nothing. Okay? So think about that. I love you so much, all right? And now we're going to talk about group number 4, Tibetan Black Quartz. Tibetan Black Quartz is Tibetan Black Quartz. Take a look. Okay, so the Tibetan Black, okay, hold on. I'm actually going to take a sip of water before I start, because I'll be talking, and my throat be like, okay. Alrighty. So, the black in Tibetan Black Quartz references the storm-like burst of an inky mineral often found inside of the stone. Okay, the Tibetan references the crystal Himalayan origins. Okay, Tibetan Black Quartz reminds those on the spiritual path to non-judgmentally ask, could I be any clearer right now? Could you be any clearer right now? So who needs this? Metaphysicists, occultists, tantrists, and Sagittarians. So on my Saggies, on my Sagittarius is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mars. Hello, you in here? If you're not, hello. You could just have the energy of a Sagittarius on. Excuse me. Okay, so where to put this? Okay, wherever you are looking to elevate the vibe, operate on a higher plane, and explore the vastness of your human consciousness. Okay, and when to use this: when you're chasing enlightenment on the meditation cushion, and when you're pulling tarot cards. I definitely want some Tibetan Black Quartz. It's very pretty, and it has a little black spark, like ink splotches in the middle. So what this card is about is lighting up your spiritual path. So group number 4, we are talking about lighting up your spiritual path. And I think it's so crazy that this came out, because the card that came out with it just coincides so beautifully. And I'm going to show you right now the card that came out for the Tibetan Black Quartz. This is what you can, what self-care element can you add to your routine, whether it be daily routine, weekly routine, I don't know, you tell me down below. Alrighty. But this is connecting with your ancestors. Look at how beautiful this is. Connecting with your ancestors. Alrighty. So I'm going to read you the mantra for this, and then we're going to talk. Okay. So the mantra for this is, as I heal my wounds, I heal my lineage and bring peace that reverberates infinitely throughout time and space. Okay. How beautiful is that? As I heal my wounds, I heal my lineage and bring peace that reverberates infinitely throughout time and space. Okay. So as you heal yourself, you heal your ancestral trauma as well as the trauma, or not trauma, you heal your ancestral lines as well as the energy that you are going to be passing down to your kids and your kids' kids and your kids' kids' kids. Okay. Because just there are more things that we pass down other than just pure genetics. We pass down energy, we pass down karma, we pass down mental illnesses. Okay. So all of that. So I feel like your ancestors, group number 4, are really, really, really trying to get in touch with you. And whether you know that or you don't, I feel like it is time to realize that your spiritual path is lighting the fuck up. Okay. So it says, through understanding our history, we gain a deep sense of appreciation for all the time and people it took to bring us into this world. Okay. Connecting with our ancestors is one way to better understand ourselves, our patterns, and the patterns present within our lineage. It allows us to make peace with all that has happened before. It also provides motivation to evolve and find new and better ways to live. Okay. So you can research your family stories, do DNA analysis, or just go through traditional archives to do this. But you can also learn about your ancestral line through meditation, through dream work, and past life regression. Alrighty. So if you want to get a reading, talk about your ancestors, it's called the Behind the Veil reading. So we can talk about that. And yeah, boop, boop, boop. Okay. So it says, call on your ancestors to tap into centuries of wisdom, protection, and guidance. As you look back and connect with your forebears, your path forward will become more evident. Okay, the journal prompt for this, and this one was powerful. I had to sit with this shit. I was like, oh shit. It is, what patterns or trends exist in your family line, especially among the women? Okay, do these patterns appear in your life? And so what I'm getting here on group number 4 is that connecting with your ancestors is definitely something that you need to incorporate into your self-care routine, because I feel like they have a lot of power, protection, and love and guidance available to you. And if you are hesitant on connecting with them, understand that there should be no hesitancy, because they are already present and around you all the time, and they are literally the reason why you can be here today. So acknowledge them, pay homage to them, love them, respect them, talk to them out loud even if you want to. Okay, I be talking to my ancestors all the time, be like, damn, this motherfucker got me annoyed, what the fuck is going on? I be talking to them like they're my friends, because they're my family. They are literally the people that sacrificed and lived life so I could be here. Even when you think about women especially, and I love that it was pointing out the women, is that literally women, we carry our children in our womb. I literally have, like, my mother, when she was in my grandmother's stomach, I was an egg in her stomach. Do you realize how crazy that is? I was in my grandmother's body. Like, okay, but and I definitely think it's beautiful that the heart is a tree, because I feel like this group could have had trouble picking between group 2. I definitely see that, group 1 and 2. Actually, if you had some trouble, definitely go back and watch those messages if you are not catching this live, because I feel like they could have a lot to say to you if you had trouble picking between them, or if you were watching all of them. Okay. But the heart is the thing that grounds us to our truth. My heart is also the thing that connects me to my family. My heart is also the thing that relates me to the women in my family. I am my mother, I am my grandmother, I have their heart. So I definitely feel like your ancestors are asking you to connect with them, because the 2 cards that you have, and I love that 2 cards only came out because it sums it up so perfectly and so beautifully. The 2 cards that you got is the Magician and the Star card. So this could be for my Aquariuses, my Scorpios, or my Aries. Okay, I'm just throwing signs out there. If it's not your sign and it's your group, still keep watching, because I'm just trying to make things resonate for people, you know. Okay, so like I said, my Aquarius is, and because that's what the star card represents, and the Magician card always reminds me of Mars energy, so that is Aries and Scorpio. And I get a little bit of Aquarius from Magician too, so yeah. But with that being said, I really feel like there is so much healing available to you through your ancestors, and I feel like now is the time. Now is the time to I just see this idea of chin up, like look up, like keep your head up. If you haven't been feeling super positive, your ancestors are telling you to work with your own personal magic and keep your head up. They are around you, they love you, you are supported, you are protected. And anytime you are scared, anytime you feel hopeless, anytime you feel faithless, anytime you feel directionless, anytime you feel indecisive, give it up to God, give it up to the divine, give it up to the universe, give it up to whoever you believe in, and understand that they are listening, understand that they are there for you, and they are working in your highest and greatest good, because the star card is all about ultimate healing from the divine. As you can see, both of their hands are up. So I also feel like group number 4, maybe you guys need to work on some actual praise and worship, or figure out some ways to actually connect to your ancestors or to your spirituality in a way that is active with your physical body, you know, something like that. Or especially with connecting with your ancestors, I feel like looking up at the night sky and looking at the stars, studying your birth chart, all of these things can help you connect back to your past lives, to your ancestral lines, all of that jazz. Alrighty. I also feel like there are 2 specific ancestors that are around you right now, but I definitely feel like there are more. And if you have any questions or you want to look more into that, honey, contact me for a personal reading. We can figure out what those ancestors, who those ancestors are, what they have to say to you, or anything like that. I definitely also feel like there could be a need to be more proud of your ancestral line and who you come from and who your family are. If you have any issues about being insecure about where you come from, understand that that is okay, and that is something that you can work through. But understand that regardless of how well of a connection you have with your family, their existence begot your existence. Okay, so there is some gratitude to be shown there, because at the end of the day, you would not be here if it was not for them. And even if it's not praising specific people in your family, I think it's about praising the fact that you are here in spite of everything, especially as Black people. Especially as Black people, we have so much gratitude to give to our ancestors because they survived. I am here because someone, multiple people, not just one person, multiple people survived. That is beautiful. So acknowledge that. I think it's time to acknowledge that, because I feel like the more gratitude, I'm getting this huge wave of gratitude. So show gratitude to your ancestors. Just say thank you. Wake up and say thank you. Wake up and pray. Go to sleep and pray. Say thank you. Just be very gracious, because I feel like there is going to be a lot of blessings and a lot of abundance that is coming into your life extremely soon. Sooner than you think. Sooner than you think, guys. All right. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. And we are going to jump into the last, but not the motherfucking least. Sorry, y'all, it's a plane. I do live near the airport. But we are talking about Shiva Lingam. And this is actually one of the few crystals that I do have. So this is the Shiva Lingam. Ooh, Shiva Lingam, Shiva Lingam. Okay, so let's talk about the motherfucker Shiva Lingam. So Shiva Lingam, also known as Banaglias. Hello, beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. Are phallus-shaped stones found in the bed of the Narmada River in India. Okay, in Hinduism, they can represent an embodiment of the god Shiva, destroyer of illusion and transformation. So everyone that is watching, or everyone that has picked this group number 4, I feel like we are all focusing on dismantling any illusionary aspects to our lives, okay, and finding some form of balance, okay. And I also feel like anyone who picked this group should look into the god Shiva. Shiva, S-H-I-V-A is how it's sometimes spelled, but it's also spelled sometimes S-I-V-A. Okay, so people who need this, yoga people, are people who hate yoga, because and you know, it's 2 sides of the same coin. Get you some Shiva Lingam. Where to put it? Wherever you seek enlightenment, i.e. on the meditation cushion, concentrating on your breath or possibly chanting. And when to use it is when your ego, hello Jalen, thank you so much. When to use this crystal is when your ego has you feeling too small or totally supersized, when it seems like you're sucking life forced through a swizzle stick instead of a boba straw, and when you've got baby making on your mind. Okay, hello. So I feel like this crystal could be good for people who are feeling challenged by their ego. Also, this could be good for people who feel like their life isn't as vivid or as vivacious as they want it to be. Maybe you're a little bit bored with your life, or maybe you're a little bit overstimulated by your life. And also, I feel like this would be very good if you've just been thinking about, you know, getting intimate with somebody, you know, wanting to be touched sensually, sexually, you know, fulfilled in that way. Or if you've actually been thinking about starting a family or anything like that, this would also be very good. But like I said, we are talking about self-care. Hanban, fun, sun in the front. Okay, we're talking about self-care, and with this group, 3 self-care cards actually popped out, and we're going to talk through them one by one. But the main card that came out for the Shiva Lingam group number 4 is flow like water. Flow like water. And I love this because if you guys do some research on the god Shiva, you'll understand why this makes a little bit more sense. And I just think that is so beautiful. Okay, so the mantra to this is, I give thanks for the abundant waters of Mama Gaia. So if you can, get your ass to a beach, get your ass to a lake, get your ass to a, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. If you can, take a vacation or go somewhere near the water, be near a river, be near a lake, go to the ocean, okay? Go outside when it's raining and feel the rain. Like, I feel like we're trying to get intimate with the waters of the earth right now because we're all trying to flow like water, honey bun. So let's talk about this. The journal prompt for this card is, what beliefs and patterns would you like to wash away with the help of water? What beliefs and patterns would you like to wash away with the help of water? Okay, so water naturally carries intentions with it. As one of the 5 classical elements, it is an incredibly valuable resource for our physical and energetic bodies. It holds the power to purify us physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Water can purify us physically, cleaning our bodies, emotionally, how I feel, and spiritually. So I feel like everyone that's watching this, we gonna talk about that, okay? It says you can infuse water with intention through your speech, thoughts, or prayers, or by placing sacred symbols or words of positive affirmation underneath your drinking vessel. So I feel like anybody that has a water bottle or anything, write a positive affirmation or one word that you're trying to manifest at the bottom of your water bottle, and think about that word every time you drink, and just think about that you're just taking more and more. Like if I had a water bottle and I wrote love at the bottom of it, then every time I'm drinking it, I'm just taking in more love, more positivity, more abundance, more love, more positivity, more abundance. Okay, that might do something for you, but that might speed some manifestation shit up in your life. All right, but like I said, you have 2 more other cards, so let's get into the tea, hun, because the other 2 cards are juicy. They're juicy. They're juicy. And let me tell you why. The 2 cards are pleasure and soak in a motherfucking bath. Okay, it's time to touch yourself in a bath. All right, yes, touch yourself while you take a bath. Run it warm, run it hot, get some candles, you know, cut on a movie, cut on your favorite playlist, get your favorite toy, I don't know, put on your favorite porn, I don't know. But it's time to get intimate with yourself. So let's talk, okay? Let's talk about pleasure. Because that was the next card that came out. The mantra for pleasure, I'm gonna hold this one card up at a time, you know, one card up at a time. So the mantra for pleasure is, I am worthy of pleasure. Me, you, all of us, we are worthy of pleasure. Okay, our bodies are magnificent temples of joy, bliss, and ecstasy awaiting exploration. Yes, they are. Most of us have an upbringing filled with limiting perspectives about how we can experience pleasure and what kind is appropriate. As we begin to break free from constructive perspectives, we can re-explore our bodies and all of the senses to find a new and more profound experience of pleasure. This exploration is a very personal process, with the main requirement being an open mind. Begin by closing your eyes and tuning into your body. Ask yourself where you want to be touched and how you want to be touched. Where do you want to be touched? And how do you want to be touched? Woo, okay. You can also ask yourself and your senses, not the senses, but the senses, what they are craving. What does your nose want to smell? What does your skin want to feel? What do your eyes want to see? What does your mouth want to taste? What do your ears want to hear? Pleasure has unlimited forms, and you can call on it wherever and whenever you desire. This is reminding me of I hear the song in my head. Fire and Desire. Yeah. Okay. So the journal prompt for this card is, what kind of pleasure do you want to call into your life? What kind of pleasure do you want to call into your life? I need to sit down and think about this shit, because honey child. All right. So the last but not least self-care thing. So we talked about flow like water, pleasure, and soak in a bath. So I really feel like I said, touch yourself in a bath, run yourself a bath, relax the fuck. If you can't take a bath, do it in your shower. I just feel like the idea of cleaning your body, being around water, and being intimate with yourself is what is going to be important right now. So I feel like that could be very healthy. And for some people, I feel like group number 5, you guys have a very high sex drive. Come on, the pleasure of shmoney. You guys can have a very high sex drive, and you can be like the type of people that like to masturbate a lot. So I feel like masturbating in water or anything like that could be helpful, like a helpful form of self-care to like add to your routine or something. I don't know, tell me down below. All right, so the mantra for this is soaking in a bath is, I let the healing waters restore me. I let the healing waters restore me. Okay, hun? It says, baths are an ancient ritual for energetic and bodily cleansing. Gather some sacred items like crystals, candles, essential oils, flowers, and sink into the warm water. Imagine the water washing away all that no longer serves you. Okay, connect with the beauty of the meaningful objects you have assembled. Take your time washing your hair, your body, pampering yourself like the god or goddess that you absolutely are. And afterward, nourish your skin with natural oils and creams. Okay, give yourself a breast massage, a body massage, and fully relax and stay naked. This is the key. This is the key. Stay naked for as long as you can, and enjoying the feeling of your naked body. Okay. Come on. Okay, so the journal prompt for this is, how can you make a bath feel more like a sacred self-care ritual? How can you make a bath feel more like a sacred self-care ritual? Let's talk, okay, honey? Buns. So for my Shiva Lingams, I'm trying to see if I pick up on anything. I definitely feel like this group could be really focusing on healing some traumas that deal with the root chakra, or just being able to feel safe and secure, especially when it comes to relationships or relating with other people. Okay, this could be romantic or platonic. And I feel like this bath, this spiritual cleanse that you're gonna do, hello, thank you so much for joining. Okay, so I feel like this spiritual cleanse that you should be doing, like I said, I'm gonna hold up the cards again. So we have flow like water. Okay, we have pleasure. And we have soak in a bath. So I feel like you guys could definitely benefit from adding these things into your spiritual care routine. And basically, I just see this as, take a spiritual bath and, you know, make sure you get that good nut in too while you're in the bath, basically. And the reason why I think that's important is just to really tap into your own ability to provide yourself with pleasure. You can please yourself. You are absolutely enough for yourself. And I think the more pleasure you can give yourself, the more pleasure you are going to be able to attract. And let's talk about why. Because the cards clarifying this were the 4 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the Princess of Swords, or the Page of Swords. Okay, so with the 4 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the, what is this? Oh my god, I have a minute left, so we're gonna hurry up. With the 4 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the Page of Swords, the 4 of Swords is all about really tapping into the idea of rest and rejuvenation. But I feel like you guys have been battling yourself. So if you have been fighting the need to sit the fuck down and take a break, stop. If you have been fighting and engaging in literal like ego trips and ego battles with other people, stop. turn inward, because I think it's all about really studying and studying yourself. Because the Page of Swords, she's a bad bitch, okay? She's high in the mountains. She looks very skilled. She looks very well informed, okay? She looks like she would come in and fuck some shit up, because not only is she good at her job and she's good at what she does, but she is watching. She's keeping a watchful eye on everything that is going on. And I feel like the Page of Swords, the Princess of Swords, is really taking a look at where there may be some ego battles or some actual fighting engaged in your life right now. And I feel like the best way to address that is to go into hibernation with your acorns and mind your motherfucking business. Mind your motherfucking business. That's what this is about. That's the real self-care thing to do. Mind your business, focus on yourself, and the best way to do that is to focus on your pleasure, on how you can please yourself, flowing like water. And every once and again, especially around the times of the full and new moons, take yourself a spiritual bath, or soak your bath. Your muscles could be tense right now. You could be tense right now. Put some Epsom salt in that motherfucker and just relax. Light yourself a motherfucking blunt if you can. Just calm down. Get some wine. Just chill. Just chill, because I feel like there's a lot of greatness going on. You guys are studying a lot, you're trying to do a lot, but you're not balancing the need for rest. So I think it's time to rest. And I feel like the go all in your essence. I really feel like you need to tap into how beautiful you really are. And the best way to do that is to focus on your motherfucking self. Okay? And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love each and every one of you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.